Welcome, my fellow Virgos, to your July 2024 tarot reading, intuitive tarot reading. And I'm specifying that because July for us is going to be a very intuitive time. It's really a time where I feel like your intuition, intuition is just going to be on fire. I'm looking forward to it. I have to say, I am looking forward to it. It's going to be what many call a psychic month for you, us. um, and I always look forward to doing your readings anyways. So this is going to be for Virgo Sun, which I am. Virgo Moon, which Sam is. He's a Virgo Sun and Moon. That's my boyfriend, for those who don't know. Virgo Rising. Many of you are intuitively guided to the reading, and I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of new people that this reading is going to somehow come in front of you. And I feel like you're going to pay attention to your intuition, I hope. And I just have a feeling this is going to be a very deep, but also very enlightening type of reading. So I'm excited to get into it. So again, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. You could certainly have planets in the sign of Virgo. Many of you, again, are going to be intuitively guided. I feel like more than ever. Um, you could certainly be here checking up on a Virgo's energy, want to know what's going on with them. Virgo, being a Virgo myself, we can, go quiet. And it's not until we really know someone that we really start allowing them into our personal lives, into our personal stories, experiences. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get right into your reading. We're going to use three different decks. We're going to use beautiful Mother Mary for her beautiful words of wisdom. And we'll do that at the end. We'll do it over the reading. We are going to use the Gilded Tarot to go deeper, to really get answers. This is why the readings are long, because I want to give you real answers. I feel like these readings are like a roadmap. So we'll use the Gilded Tarot for that. And for your main spread, which it's weird, I normally don't go to this deck for Virgo, but it was calling out to me. And just like I'm telling you to pay attention to your intuition, I wanted to pay attention to mine. So this is the Universal Tarot, and that's what we're going to start with. That'll be our main spread. I'm going to bring the lid down. Let's give it a shuffle. Everything is always pre-shuffled before you come here, but I definitely like to give it a shuffle or two with your energy here. And it doesn't matter when you find this reading. I feel like you'll find it in divine timing, right when you're meant to. Some of you may like scroll past it and then something like calls you back to it. That's your spirit guides. And I read through my spirit guides. I always invite my spirit guides into our readings. And I should say, Sam is a Virgo. He is right on the cusp of Leo, August 23rd. My birthday is September 13th. And yeah, that's it. That's it. So, but I do a lot of personal readings for Virgo. I feel like Virgo is like the psychic detective, and sometimes it takes a while to develop that. But I feel many of you are well on your way. All right, let's go ahead and just calm our minds. And let's begin. Feel free to ask your spirit guides to give you signs of confirmation. Uh, for many of you, this reading is going to be your sign, but you can certainly ask for like words, for me to say words, numbers. Oh, I didn't even see. I had my eyes closed. I didn't even see that. Well, look at this. The high priestess. That makes so much sense because I feel like this is how we're starting the month. Again, our intuition is going to be guiding us. This is definitely a time, Virgo, to listen to that intuition. Don't second guess it. Don't second guess it. Your intuition is your GPS in this lifetime. We weren't just thrown down here with no help. We have a whole spiritual team, but our intuition, again, is our GPS. So that makes me happy that that's the first card. Some call it your higher self. All right. Hmm. The world. So a new chapter is opening up. Interesting. What I love about the world, and I know you guys, some of you who've been with me for a while, are probably tired of me saying this, but I feel like the world really signifies the most spiritual time in your life. And I love that it's sitting next to the high priestess. So a new chapter is about to open up. I also feel like the world wouldn't show unless you were ready. All right, let's keep going. We have the Four of Pentacles. Certainly talk about your foundation. I definitely feel like this is a time to make sure you're grounded. I don't know about the rest of you, but I've been having like kind of difficult energy. Just like I feel like I just start crying. I was crying for no reason, but I feel like I'm crying for the world. You know what I mean? Like I'm feeling it all. So you have to find a way to like let it go. And I feel like one of the best ways to do that, especially for Virgo, is, bare feet on the grass, connecting with the earth. And, I feel like when a Virgo is grounded, there's no stopping them. All right. Beautiful. The sun. Beautiful. First of all, this is Leo's ruler. This is about illumination. Again, it's mirroring the high priestess, your intuition, illumination. No wonder I was feeling that. Like, definitely illumination to help you on your, to guide you on your steps going forward. Playful energy. This is all part of the next chapter. We have the Six of Swords under the High Priestess. And then, well, this makes complete sense. We have the Death card. First of all, it is a card of Scorpio, but it's a card about endings, right? It's a card about closing certain doors. And the doors that you're being asked to close, it's time. You know what I mean? Like it's time, especially coming into the world. Perfect. To me, perfect energy. Now, maybe I've had a little bit of a hard time closing a door, but the Six of Swords before it, this means that you've probably done some reflection. You've probably just looked at your life, looking at the people in your life, situations in your life, and realizing, what energy is holding me back? What energy has become toxic? Whether it be a person, a situation. And this is the realization of that, and then the moving away from that. So it's like I'm moving toxicity out of my life. I have no room for it, especially with the sun here, because again, the sun to me is a very light energy. It's really where you feel like a kid again. It's like you're not putting restrictions upon yourself. So now that does mean that you also probably have dealt with some toxic energy. But again, this new chapter wants to open up, and you have a lot to do with that. I feel like it is the movement through the Six of Swords that's allowing this next chapter to open up, closing a door and closing it for good. We have to learn how to do that. Especially when you think about like we run in 9-year cycles, and the nine is really about the final reflection. So I reflect back, gain the wisdom, you know, give yourself credit for how you have grown, especially if you cut off toxic energy. And I feel like you did, or you're going to. Death card talks about a renewal, transformation. So there's nothing to fear. A lot of people fear like the tower or the death card, but really what it's talking about is there's going to be a transformation in your life. It does feel like it has to be something really good with the sun here. Again, complete illumination. I feel like there's nothing I need to fear here because the sun's going to illuminate everything for me, plus help illuminate your steps. Definitely illuminating your intuition. Um, Whoa. We have the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. Three of Pentacles coming out under the Four of Pentacles. I get the feeling some of you, this could talk about working from home. And Three of Pentacles to me talks about your individuality and something that I feel like you're just meant to do. It doesn't mean you have to do it, but I feel like it would bring you a sense of comfort, joy, abundance. This is also the energy of other people taking notice of what you do. And maybe that's exactly how it was meant to be. Maybe the growing from the past and then speaking about it, writing about it, how whatever I do with it, this is about your creativity. Three is a very creative number. Um, so don't be afraid to let that creativity shine. Definitely feels like some of you are working from home. I work from home. The Four of Swords. Beautiful. So the Four of Swords is healing. And I love the sun. Again, I feel like the sun's representing one of the ways I can help myself heal from past experiences. And again, getting out in the sun, right? Getting out in nature. Nature can heal you. Um, I just love that it's mirroring the Six of Swords. So whatever was toxic, it's not going to affect you going forward. Especially if you close that door. Like, someone, something, just, I feel like just no longer fits. And then we have the moon, heart of Cancer. It did show or I'm sorry, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. It did show in reverse. And when they're face up in reverse, I like to keep them that way. So let's talk about this for a second. So the moon can certainly talk about like uncertainties, right? With the moon and the sun. I feel like the sun is winning out here. Um, so yeah, for a little while you may have been uncertain whether I should take this next step, whether I should close this door. But because the moon is in reverse, I feel like now you feel very clear. Like now, if you've already done it, it's like now you understand it was the best thing you could have done. I also feel like you may have been with someone where at one time the energy felt very dreamy, but maybe that energy has been drained. That's okay because what's coming especially because the world is really speaking about your spirituality. If you think about tarot, the world is the last card. And to me, I always feel like it means it's the closest energy to God. It means that, my faith is in check. And I'm not talking religion, though for some of you it could be. Um, I'm really trusting. I'm trusting in divine timing. I'm trusting in myself. What no longer serves me, it just no longer serves me. And I'm clear about that. Some of you, it could be a Pisces that you may be saying adios to. Certainly doesn't have to be, and also could be Cancer. And as I say that, some of you may be like there could be a Scorpio or even a Leo that's about to enter your life. All right, let's keep going. Some of you may have left a job. Um, and I feel like if you did, you left it because it feels like the energy may have become somewhat unbearable. Maybe you weren't getting paid what you're worth. And I feel like if that's the case, even if I didn't ask for that, but with the Six of Swords, I feel like it's kind of what I wanted anyway. And maybe that's on a subconscious level, especially with the High Priestess right there. Subconsciously, like I want to leave, right? But it's not always that easy just to leave a job. But I feel like, honestly, that you move very quickly into what I feel like is going to be abundant energy. And I feel like the more grounded you can be, and the more that, again, you trust the signs, it feels kind of like it's just going to flow for you. I like that a lot. All right. We have the devil card of Capricorn. Um, if you look at this image, it's the lovers. But the lovers are being influenced by, let's just say, darker energy, lower vibrational energy. And it's almost like these lovers, I feel like have been kept apart. Interesting. Normally I say, well, it doesn't matter what I normally say. I do feel that. I feel like something has come between, like maybe you and a true love, but it's a darker influence. And I feel like this Six of Swords right now is really what I feel like gets the whole ball rolling. I have a feeling we may see the lover somewhere. And if you ever seen the lovers are being influenced by angel energy, divine energy. Where here, I feel like the lovers are being, and it's illusionary, but it's still like more of a dark type of energy. Tower. But then the Fool. Interesting. The Fool's mirroring the moon in reverse, and the Fool is right next to a tower. So, I get a feeling it's you who gave the tower, whether it was to a job, whether it was to a lover, an ex. I feel like it's you who is really the one that is controlling this tower. It's like I'm saying, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Some of you, I feel like, I feel like you have so much talent, so much creativity, um, but yet maybe it's been stifled. Again, could be stifled like from where I work or stifled because of someone who I fell in love with, but maybe they didn't allow me to have the freedom to do the things I wanted to do. I don't see Virgo staying in that energy too long. Though Virgo is a very loyal energy. So sometimes we do stay. Sometimes we do give it our all, like give everything we can. But then if it doesn't work out, then we make that decision that, okay, I can't spend the rest of my life waiting and wondering and, if this is work, like getting up in the morning and going to work and, you know, just feeling terrible all the time. So I feel like you've made some real decisions in your life. Let's remember the Fool talks about, first of all, it is about a new journey. Well, here's the world. It also tells you there's no need to bring your past with you, right? The Fool's starting from ground zero. I am bringing the wisdom of my experiences. That's it. Four swords right above the Fool. Beautiful. And again, it doesn't have to mean like I'm completely healed. I'm completely perfect. We're never going to be 100%. I feel like that's just the way it is. We were born imperfect. And I feel like that's part of the life's lessons that we agree to as souls. But anyway, with the full mirroring the moon in reverse, I feel like you're getting very clear about what it is you want to do in your life, what you don't want in your life. I feel like you're getting bolder in your choices, where maybe before I was like, I know I want to do this, but maybe the timing never felt right. Well, this would be the time. We have the Three of Swords. So that makes sense because we have the Four of Swords right there. So for some of you, you may have had a broken heart. Someone may have broken your heart. Now, for some reason, I'm noticing the swords in the Three of Swords. And this could have been like someone who repeatedly broken your heart 3 times. And then I say, I'm done with that, right? Nothing's going to change. And maybe I had to give it 3 times to really realize that. Now I'm just saying 3 times because there's three swords right there. He is looking right up at it. It's almost like if this is talking about love, like love that was, it's almost like I'm looking right at the heartache and I can't deny it anymore. Especially with the Fool's energy and the Sun's energy. The Sun illuminates your steps, the goodness that's about to come in, but also illuminates the lessons that you've had. It gives you answers. You know what I mean? Like, and again, trust your intuition. So, Three Swords could have been caused by a Pisces or a Cancer. But I kind of want you to forget the signs, you know what I mean? Because we're all a little bit of everything. And I have to say, yes, the tower is here. Healing is here. But I feel like this new world, this new chapter, maybe it couldn't open up until the tower's energy. If maybe I gave the tower to someone, I feel like enough is enough is enough. I've given you 3 chances. Some of you could have lost a job. It could have been like 3 strikes, you're out. But you may have also said that to someone, like, 3 strikes, you're out now. Get off my field. You have a lot of major arcanas. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. You have eight major arcanas. That, to me, that means just like major change. But the way your reading opens up, it just feels like these changes are going to be really good for you. Now, real life. Let's talk real life because the Tower, the Three of Swords, needing this healing. Um, I have to, and then again, I feel like this lower vibrational energy, and it kind of feels like it's been keeping two lovers apart. But the Fool is looking back, almost like I'm on my way to find real love. I don't know why I keep going like this. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Well, hello, Star. Your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. But this is about manifesting them, bringing them into your life. Listen, it's a part of your next chapter. Some of you, I do feel like things have been on the back burner, are now coming to the front burner. But you have to allow it at the same time. The star, to me, represents working hand in hand with divine so that my dreams can come true. And listen, I may just be starting, but I feel like this reading is saying that you will be successful. Whether it be, and I have a feeling it's in two different things. I do feel like it's talking about your money, but I feel like it's talking about you and your creativity and what you do with it. And I also feel like it's talking about love. So maybe this influence over here, I now know what I do not want. Sometimes that is part of a life's lesson. Okay, now that I know what I don't want, in the Fool's energy, again, because I'm not bringing the past with me, just the wisdom, I now know what I do want. And I want to manifest it. Also, a card of Aquarius, by the way. Look at that, the Two of Wands underneath that. I have a feeling for some of you, that means that this is something you've thought about for a while, but maybe didn't put the energy into it. Maybe you didn't think it could come true. But lo and behold, it does. But please don't forget that divine needs your help in this, right? Um, and I feel like, you'll be sent the signs like on what action steps to take. And as long as you take them, I feel like you're going to wind up in, well, what feels like a beautiful new chapter with the sun, complete illumination, feeling like a kid again. Some of you could be moving like back home, back to a place that brought you joy. And it can be scary, even though I don't really feel a lot of fear on the board because I feel like you've given something a lot of time. Like I feel like you can walk away saying, well, I tried everything I could and it still didn't work out. It's still not working out. So no longer, right? I'm no longer going to feed that beast. I'm going to start thinking about what is it I want to create in my world. Your intentions are everything. If you don't have like the intention, um, how do I want to say this? Like, it's like planting seeds. If I don't plant certain seeds, then I'll probably never see what could have been. Plant those seeds. Believe in your dreams. Keep your hope alive. Trust your intuition, but also trust divine. You have a whole spiritual team that's helping you here. Interesting how the card of Capricorn is sitting between the moon in reverse and the tower. Now let's just take the name Capricorn out of it for a second. I feel like if if someone was in a lower vibrational energy, it's very clear to you now. And I feel like sometimes there are certain people who just prefer to live in that type of energy. Nothing we can do about that except leave, not accept it. And again, I feel like you've given something, chance after chance after chance. But I also feel like enough is enough. All right, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot and let's go deeper. Let's get into this. And I have to say, I could feel when I was shuffling the cards before the reading that this was going to be a very intuitive time for you. And I love it when my spirit guides give, I feel like it's also giving me confirmation that what I was feeling was right. All right. Don't second guess yourself. Don't let anybody talk you out of something that you feel is right. Let's say you want to start a spiritual business. And the people around you are like, what do you mean you want to start a spiritual business? What does that even mean? Well, because they're in lower vibrational energy. Of course, they don't understand that, but you do. And that's really all that matters. And I feel like you have to trust yourself, believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, right? But also, be willing to take the steps necessary to bring them about. All right. Pretty sure I caught them. Look at this, the tower in reverse. So we have the tower here in the upright. Now we have the tower in reverse. To me, that means the tower is not going to affect me. The energy is over. Done. Right? Able to move on from it. It's almost like, again, if let's say I've given someone chance after chance after chance, well, now I know that it's just going to be the same old thing. That I'm just going to repeat the same old pattern. Queen of Pentacles, you. What's the Queen of Pentacles specialty? Reading between the lines, picking up those details that other people just miss. I often feel the Queen of Pentacles could be a great attorney because put a contract in front of her. She'll find those clauses that other people just skim over. I also feel like she is a great business owner, manager, um, confident. Not all the time, but if she is living in her true energy, she's pretty confident. Some of you, I do feel like you're starting like a new type of work, but it feels right. And again, I feel like you may have put it on the back burner, but it feels like it's because of someone else. Now, it could also signify that, you were busy like raising a family or what have you. But I feel like, again, coming over the world, it's opening up the next chapter. It is you, male or female. Look at this. The King of Pentacles right next to the Queen of Pentacles. This is following that tower. So I don't feel like this is talking about someone who, I don't feel like it's this, the Three of Swords energy. I feel like what it's talking about is like-minded energy. Now, the queen and the king, they do look at life a little differently. The king looks at life from the big picture down. But boy, you put them together. In a way, it's like they complete each other. Not that you need someone to complete you, but I feel like, it reminds me of Sam and I. It's just like we get each other, we understand each other. Okay, interesting. Queen and king side by side. You don't see that very often, or at least I don't, and I do a lot of readings. You don't see it where the same suit is side by side. You may see a queen and king side by side, but that to me is important. The Page of Pentacles over the Sun. Interesting because I feel like this could certainly talk about younger energy. Now, it could be someone of the past. Page can certainly represent that. And I kind of love that it's Pentacles. That tells me it's probably either this queen or king. But this is also about, in the Page of Pentacles, it really is about building up your pentacles, building up your world. It's a learning experience. And I feel like you've learned, like you've learned these lessons coming over the Sun. Some of you have abundance coming in that you may not even know yet. And that could signify like maybe I'm starting a business. Maybe I've already started it, but I haven't been seeing the fruits of my labor. Well, I feel like you're going to start seeing them. All right, let's keep going. We're going to look at the Six of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles, but it did come in reverse. So what that tells me in the Six of Pentacles, it's a fine art of give and take. But sometimes we can give and give and give, and someone can take and take and take. Interesting how I said that three times in a row. That three swords, I feel like it's definitely a repeat something. So I feel like you're saying to yourself, I'm not just going to give without receiving. And I don't mean that in a like an egotistical way, like I deserve to receive, give me, give me, give me. No, I feel like this is a very compassionate energy. And because this is energy that you're leaving, I feel like someone probably was a taker and you were the giver. And this is really about learning balance, right? Also, knowing who I'm giving my energy to. We like to fix people, but some people we cannot fix. And we have to know that also. Again, someone I feel like is very comfortable in their lower vibrational energy. And I feel like no matter what I do, no matter what I've done, I can't change that. So I got to leave it. Two sixes together. Sixes can certainly represent relationships. But, I feel like if that's representing a relationship, then, what I also feel, Virgo? I feel like you've given so much. And I do feel like you've put your dreams on a back burner for someone. And I feel like your spirit guides are saying, this is about you now. This is your time. You know, don't waste your time trying to fix someone who doesn't want to be fixed. Don't think that they're the only person that, you'll ever love. That's not the case. I can already feel that. Well, hello, Ace of Pentacles. Look at the pentacles we're getting, first of all. Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and now the beautiful Ace of Pentacles. It's coming over the Death card. And again, the Death card is asking for a door to be closed. But, I don't even know if it's like asking. I feel like you're just ready. And, some of you may wonder, like, okay, if I close that door, am I going to be okay? Am I going to be able to take care of myself? And the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like, is the way. Yeah, when the Ace of Pentacles shows, it talks about something that's physically coming into your world. It starts as a seed, but if you nurture it, it grows and grows and grows. The Death card says, got to close certain doors. And I promise you, when you close that door, you will have a rebirth. Here it is. And it's coming right under your energy and the world. I feel like how do I want to say this? I feel like for some of you, you may have given a lot of money away. You know what I mean? Like you may have been with someone where they weren't really participating in building up our future. And when I got money, their hands are out. Gimme, 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 gimme. You're done with that. I feel like I'm tired of that. But yet, I do feel like this could have been a life lesson, like a karmic lesson. And I feel like for some, it's learning that we can't fix everyone, right? We can't fix everyone. Some will accept our help for sure. And those are the ones that we want to put our energy in. But I feel like someone has been so resistant. But yet, when you get money, their hands are out. We have the Hermit in reverse. So, the Hermit in reverse. First of all, the Hermit is the card of Virgo. It's also a very spiritual energy. This is when someone is, really seeking, like, I feel like spiritual help, like, help guide me. This can talk about going through the dark night of the soul, but then coming out the other end. It's coming over your creativity. So again, I feel like that has been put on a back burner, but I feel like now it's changing. I feel like you tried to help someone from the kindness of your heart, from the compassion that you have, and I just feel like it did you no good. Some of you could certainly be dealing with another Virgo. Let's keep going. Remember, the Hermit is the number nine. Reflection, final reflection. I feel like there may have been a moment where I was really nervous about that reflection because deep down I knew that that meant that I have to put an end to something. And even if the energy was toxic, the energy was rough, the energy has hurt me over and over again, it's still hard to accept change. But I feel like as soon as you do, it's like the world is now your oyster. I feel like I can't talk today. The Knight of Swords. Dun 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 dun. Coming over the Four Swords. This could be some type of unexpected communication. Some of you, it could be a job offer. Like if that toxicity is in your workplace, it could be, and listen, when I say job offer, it may just be, you may hear, like, it could be this reading, like you hear something that you're like, uh-huh. I'm thinking of Oprah, would she always say, like, my aha moment? Aha moment? I think that's what she'd say. Over the Four Swords. So I feel like whatever this energy, because a knight, I feel like always will complete their mission. This could be someone that you have known since your childhood. They may make a repeat appearance in your life. I think it's a little of both. I think it's a little bit of both. To me, the Knight of Swords coming in, I feel like it does talk about truth. We have the Ten of Wands over the reversal of the moon. So, this is a difficult energy. You know, this is the energy where it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. It does become too much. Um, this could have been a period of time where you had so many responsibilities, and I don't feel like anyone was helping you. This 10 wants to come to an end. I often feel in this energy, someone is secretly, not secretly, but subconsciously wishing a tower would show. Maybe I had a hard time closing that chapter. So please, Divine, close it for me. And so it is. And so it is. I mean, just look at this, the line of in the clarifying, the tower in reverse, the six of swords in reverse, or I mean the six of pentacles in reverse, and then the ten of wands in reverse. Again, the six of pentacles give and take, right? But it feels lopsided, right? One was the giver, one was the taker. And I know that you were the giver because, again, everything landed on your shoulders. Now, that can relate to love, but also can relate to your money. Like a job that, it's like everything's on my shoulders, but I'm not getting paid my worth. It's important that you get paid your worth. 9 of Cups came in reverse. But I have to tell you, I feel like this is what was because it's coming over the devil's energy. This is inner harmony in the upright. It's a fulfillment of wishes. This is where I'm really enjoying my life. It's in reverse. But I feel like it's because of this influence. I don't feel like this stays reversed for long. I feel like as soon as I make the change, I move away from that toxic energy. I feel like that Nine of Cups will flip right back up. But we'll leave it that way for now. Whoa. We have the Page of Cups. To me, this is your inner child. By the way, we do have two pages here. So it could certainly signify like two people who knew each other. And I know, like, I remember someone left me a comment, like, I'm tired of always talking about people of the past. And I get that. And I actually did a whole series for every sign talking about new love. And from that comment. So, don't be afraid to put your comments because I listen to them. Consider what you're saying. Um, and literally, I did a whole series because of that. But I also feel because this is coming over the tower that, it is like my inner child was injured. And maybe I did have to learn to really respect and love myself again. But this is also very playful energy. And I feel like things may have been like too serious for too long. And I just want the energy to lighten up. Excuse me one sec. I'm going to close my window. I can hear some noise outside. Okay. I'm back. All right, let's keep going. The Three Cups. So, Three Cups represents the energy of joy. And man, I feel like you deserve it. Because I feel like I've been like stuck in this dark type of energy and things are changing. It's coming over the full, the new beginning, a reason to celebrate. But will I allow myself? Now, actually, this is going to come under that 10 of Wands. Let's see what else we got. The Queen of Wands. And then Hello World again. Some of you may find if I feel like this is talking about not just love, but also your money, your creativity. But I feel like as love goes, interesting that it's mirroring the king up here. Um, so I have a feeling that it's talking about two people who may have, you may both find that you're single at the same time. It's like, I don't want to keep talking about the past because part of the past I feel like you've cleared, but I feel like the past that I'm talking about now is potentially someone that, well, I have a feeling has probably lived in your heart. Someone left a comment, and I don't know why I keep talking about the comments, but they said, um, and I hope it's okay that I talk about the comments. But anyways, they said I always have this certain Virgo on my mind and in my heart. Is that right? I mean, can that be? And I said, absolutely, because, just thinking about Sam and I both being Virgos, we were together when we were young and then we broke up. And then 40 years went by and then my phone rang, completely unexpected. And now we're in union. That's why I don't want to leave past love out. And by the way, you don't even have to have been in love. You could have been loved this person as a friend. I feel like who makes a better lover than a friend, right? especially if it started as a friendship and then it evolves from there. It does kind of feel like two people may be mirroring each other a little bit. Now, unfortunately, I got to go back. I got to look at this Eight of Swords, self created prison. But listen, I do feel like you set yourself free with the Ten of Wands here. Because I do feel like you just felt like, enough is enough. Like you've had enough. And I feel like, and you can walk away with your head held high because I feel like you're the one who really tried in whatever situation. Eight of Swords is about putting up walls. It's an illusion of a way where we feel like this is how we protect ourselves. Now, that is your free will. That is your right. You can put up all the walls you want, but does it affect your present and future? Of course it does. Because it's kind of like telling the universe, like, uh, you know, just I'm blocking it. But I have a feeling that was temporary. I do feel like you're setting yourself free. Someone could have certainly given you a tower, but I feel like now you're giving them the tower. And I'm saying that because then we move into the Queen of Wands energy. Now, of course, this can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Leo on the board. But besides that, this is the Queen of Intuition. This is someone who moves according to her desires, her passions. And I have a feeling, again, it's energy that's been put off, but now is the time. Now, I would call this divine timing. I feel like this queen, and I do feel like it's you, is going to help flip this Nine of Cups right around. I'm not allowing fear to block my blessings. Let's not forget you have the star on the bottom of the deck, and it is about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, but it is about manifesting them. I could have had this dream forever, but maybe I didn't put in the action steps. And I'm not talking about someone who you were in love with, who did break your heart. I'm not talking about like manifesting them back because I feel like what am I going to manifest back? The exact same energy, right? I'll have to go through the same thing again. So this queen, I feel like means that you have broken yourself free. And it really makes me want to flip this nine around. And so I am the world, the next chapter, again, after the tower. So that tower is not going to hold any power over you. If anything, it's probably giving you a sense of strength. And I do feel like two people potentially are mirroring each other. Let's go ahead and finish this line, and then I want to go back and look at a couple of things. I definitely want to look at the king and queen. The sun is right next to the king, so I don't feel like this is an energy I have to worry about. Quite the opposite. Oh my. My, my, my. Hello, Ace of Cups. Over the Fool. The new chapter of the world. What does it open up? Love. Now, it's not just opening up love, but it is opening up love. ready or not. Um, but I feel like I would want this. I feel like for some of you, this is someone who really has lived in your heart. Now, I can't guarantee you that that means that person is going to come forward. I do feel that, and I feel like if that's the case, maybe you're reaching out. Like, don't be afraid to be the one to reach out. Maybe you are ending something with someone, and maybe there has been someone on your heart. Maybe they are going to reach out. But don't be afraid also to be the one to reach out. Sometimes we wait and wait, or like I wonder if someone will ever call me. Call them. And then the 8 of Cups. Now, I love seeing the 8 of Cups because it's mirroring the 8 of Swords. Now I know you set yourself free. So the 8 of Cups means that I've really looked within my emotional house. I have clarity over some of these cups that have been knocked over. I'm not going to take on the energy of like, woe is me, because, where's this person heading to? The 9 of Cups. 8, new beginning, as above, so below. I would not again be surprised if two of you are on a similar path towards each other. Love on your next chapter. Real love. Not someone who's going to break your heart over and over again. No, no. Real love. Soulmate love. To me, when whatever's sitting next to the world, I feel like will be for the rest of my life. So, having the Ace of Cups there to me is divine. And again, don't forget we have 3 cups, which means there is going to be a reason for you to celebrate. But I feel like there's going to be more than one reason for you to celebrate. This line is difficult, but this is what you're leaving. I know I'm always saying what you're leaving, but let's just say what I'm cutting out of my life. Doesn't mean like I'm physically moving, though I do feel like for a few of you, you are physically moving. We're going to take some more cards, and I'm going to look for like that type of movement. But I also wanted, where my eye just went is to this Knight of Swords, who's coming into the reading over the 4 swords. To me, that means that you're ready. Whatever it may be. It doesn't mean that I have to accept. If you don't want to fall back in love, well, in a way, I feel like you're gonna fall back in love. But sure, you can block it. But if you have emotional clarity over your past, I don't feel like you would block it. All right, so let's look at that. Let's look right at that night and see what type of communication they're bringing in, or potentially who. I kind of feel like I already know that. 4 swords. Interesting. I have a feeling like this is, what do I want to say? Like total healing? Um, Real healing? Real truth? What I feel like is as this energy moves towards you, whatever I had to, let's say, give up here, I probably won't even think about it again. And if I do think about it again, I'm only thinking about it as in, I am so happy that I made that decision. I am so happy that I decided to no longer take that person's energy. Again, whether it be work or love. And I do feel like it's both. I feel like as it relates to work, your money, it's talking about like allowing your creativity to really shine. And I feel like you're going to find abundance with that. Some of you, you're already in that energy, and I feel like you're going to start now seeing the fruits of your labor. You know, the Three of Pentacles means other people are really appreciating you for you. There's nothing you need to change about you. This means that if this is talking about love, that they will, they'll love you just the way you are, and you them. And listen, almost feels like it's meant to be. Like, and let me give you an example. Um, Again, when Sam called me, I had just broken up with someone that I had been with for 25 years. And this person wasn't a horrible person. But it was just no longer meant to be. And I knew that. Um, and in a weak moment, it was about 2 weeks after I got myself an apartment, and I had this moment of loneliness, which I have to be honest, doesn't happen to me very often. Like, I honestly would have no problem living by like living on my own, having great friends, that type of energy. Um, but I did have that moment of weakness. Picked up the phone, called the person, was just about to invite them over, and then my phone beeped, and it was Sam. And he opened up the conversation by Bob Seger. Night Moves was our song back in the day. And that's what he did. He gave me some lyrics. Didn't even say, hey, this is Sam. He just started giving me lyrics from the song Night Moves. And I was like, oh my God. And my whole life changed. I told the person on the other end, I gotta go. But I thought you wanted me to come over. No, I changed my mind. I didn't tell him why. And then Sam and I talked on the phone every single night, all night. Now, when I tell you about my experiences, it's because I feel like, well, I already know that we're all soul family. We're all a soul family. So, my experiences can certainly help another. And that's why I talk about the comment section also, because I feel like your experiences can also help others. But that's what the night is bringing in. I'll take it. All right, so I'm going to come back and I'm going to look at the Queen and the King. It does have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, it means something is coming into your physical world with great potential, by the way, but it does need nurtured. And for some of you, that may be like a question you have. How do I know I can be successful this time? Nurture it, but making sure that the other one's also nurturing it. And I don't even feel like you have to worry about that because I feel like this is energy that's just meant to be. Again, because the world is here twice, spiritual. And because I feel like your intuition is really going to be on fire, you're just going to know. That's why you don't want the Eight of Swords to interfere in the potential of your future. Eight of Swords, I feel like I'm planting no seeds. And because I'm planting no seeds, I'm going to have no harvest in the fall. In the Eight of Cups, it's the opposite, right? I am putting the past behind me. I am planting new seeds. And because I'm planting new seeds, oh, I will have a harvest. Okay, so let's go back to the Queen and the King. Oh, oh, look at this, Virgo. The marriage card. Now, this is not an old marriage. Well, I mean, who knows? Don't want to leave that off the table. This is commitment. I say this all the time. This is my favorite love card because everyone in this energy wants to be in this energy. This could certainly be blending families. I could certainly talk about what the pages are. Like, I have my children, they have their children. This is true love. But this is true love that can last a lifetime. I feel like what we got to recognize when we watch a tarot reading is how did we get to this energy? We had to understand what was no longer serving us, who we were giving our energy to that wasn't giving their energy back. So I made the changes that I needed to make. And to divine or the universe, that's you saying, I'm ready for the next chapter. I just knew this king and queen were meant to be. I just knew it. It doesn't even have to mean that we're going to get married. It means we're making an ultimate commitment to each other. These two people get each other. Doesn't even have to mean we're the same, but similar. Like similar morals. This is the love of the highest nature, especially with the Ace of Cups here. Now, not only do you have the Ace of Cups, which really is unconditional love, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which means it's coming into your physical world. It may be coming from an unexpected phone call, just how it happened for me. Some of you may be moving back to a place and you may just run into someone. It's like, hey, how are you? Some of you, I feel like, don't be like, some of us are so afraid to pick up the phone if there's someone that's been on our mind. But I'll be honest, I'd rather know the truth. Like if someone's not interested in me, then I'd rather know that. So I'm not wasting all this time and energy, right? Like of a fantasy that really is not going to be. This is going to be. Again, the star. It's about bringing dreams into your reality. But it's a reminder of you taking the action steps. And divine, it's like you're working hand in hand with divine. It's like they see you taking the action steps and they're saying, okay, she's ready. He's ready. Let's start this next chapter. And the world's chapter to me is the best chapter. Hello, King. Hello, Queen. No wonder I felt like that nine of cups was going to be flipped around. Okay. Well, I feel very clear about that. So, what else do I want to look at? It's interesting. Lately, I've been saying that, and I think to myself, I don't really need to clarify anything else. Like to me, it feels very clear. But I know some of you do like a little bit more clarification. So let's do this. Let's just go right. Let's go right across the spread. Any other messages that want to come out? Come on out. Didn't take them long. Oh my God, Virgo. Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Pentacles. Virgo. Marriage card right there. The King and Queen came out together. We're making a commitment. Not only is that Nine of Cups now flipped in the upright, but this is the house of love, the house of harmony, house of playfulness, joy. Where'd that Three Cups go? Joy. Remember, this is saying that there's going to be reasons for you to celebrate. Huh. Wow. And then the Ten of Pentacles. All the pentacles we got today, no wonder. This is the house of abundance. You know, it's interesting because I feel like for those who shut down your ideas, the things that you wanted to do, this person is going to support you. If you are working from home, wow, this is abundance. You know, that's why I think I kept saying, you're going to see the fruits of your labor. You're going to see the fruits of your labor. Here they are. But you're not alone in this energy. This is a house, to me, that takes root. To me, that means that you were probably together in previous lifetimes. Because I feel like if it takes root, then that root has always been there. Maybe it was in the right timing that the blossom, that Ace of Pentacles, begins. Wow. And the marriage card right above it. And the Ace of Cups. You know, I feel like saying do not settle for those who keep breaking your heart. You know, one time, okay, maybe I'll give you another chance. But three times, now it's just a repeat pattern. And again, this person's looking right up. It's almost like I expect it. Look at the difference. And all of this is following the next chapter. Now, do I think it's right away? I have a feeling for some of you, I have a feeling that very quickly, it's like you're going to move in together. Maybe you get married very quickly. Maybe you get married in 3 weeks. And again, some of you may already know this person, but I feel like this would be someone from, you know, your younger years. Just beautiful. No wonder July is saying, allow your intuition to rule because we are going to send you guided steps. They're going to create a world that you probably can't even imagine right now. You know, it's like Sam and I hate to keep saying talking about us, but the truth is I just never imagined us getting back together. I didn't, you know, it's like I was in Rhode Island, he was in Pennsylvania, but something made him pick up that phone. Wow. Seven of Wands on the bottom of this deck talks about standing your ground. Seven, it's also very spiritual energy. You know, you could have been like putting out fire after fire after fire after fire, but enough is enough, right? Stand your ground, live your dreams, put effort into them, and watch them blossom in love and in your money, or let's just say in your creativity. Now, this is the house of abundance, the Ten of Pentacles. So, fruits of your labor, oh yeah. All right, let's take Mother Mary over this gorgeous reading. You know, we had to get through the difficulties first, but that only makes sense. I often think about when a reading towards the end starts showing all this beauty, all this potential. I kind of feel sorry for those who like only watch 10 minutes of a reading. Like, you miss you miss the blessings. But that is their choice. And, I'm not even worried about it because I trust that divine will guide the people who are meant to hear this to this reading. I 100% trust that. All right, Mother Mary, trust. Trust. I know that God, in his infinite wisdom and love, is answering my prayers right now. Trust. Trust. An answered prayer, and then the action steps to take. See if anything else wants to come out. Whoa. Okay, luck came out, but they all came face up, so we're going to take them. I never refuse them face up. Boundaries. I am clear and honest about my expectations. I'm sorry, I skipped half of it. I am clear and honest with others about my expectations. Boundaries. Family. I pray for my family and give the situation over to God for answers, support, and healing. Well, healing is all through this reading. Support is all through this reading. We know prayers are being answered. And by the way, we can pray in a certain way, but then we want to kind of let go of control because I feel like when a prayer is answered, it may not look like what we expected, but it'll only be better. Action. I feel like July is going to be a month for action, but action oriented steps or action inspired. Inspired action. That's what I'm trying to say. Inspired action. Today, I take action related to the priorities that I have previously put off. And then, hello, blessings. And this whole reading feels like a blessing. Today, I count my blessings, small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. God said he was answering your prayers. And here are the blessings. Your action's important here. It's always going to be important. But you're being inspired. Again, this is about your intuition and your intuition leading you to really, like, I feel like, to adventures that only your soul knows about. It's like our humanness is like, oh, that's never going to happen, da 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 da. But your soul is like, oh, yes, it is. This is soulmate love. This feels like it is the right time. Listen, our soul didn't come down here just for love. It came to learn. And as we learn, we evolve. But not everyone evolves. So those who don't want to evolve, they fade away. What we've got to learn to do is allow it to fade so that these blessings can reach you. Sometimes a blessing it comes in divine timing and it makes sense because if this blessing came like while I'm still in the Eight of Swords energy, I'm not going to recognize it as a blessing. But if it comes in the Eight of Cups energy, oh, I feel it. I know it. Virgo, I feel like this reading is so beautiful. No, with love of the highest form, but also your creativity, your dreams, the things that you've been wanting to do but haven't done, or some of you have now stepped into it, and this may be your confirmation that you are on the right path. You are on the right path. Sometimes when we step out of the way, miracles happen. I just love this reading, Virgo. I love it. Love it. I love it. I always have a hard time thinking, how can I title a video so that you can understand the blessings in it? You know what I mean? Because I only have so many words I can use in a title. Well, I have to just trust that your intuition is going to let you know. I trust the divine will guide you. And that's good enough for me. Trust these blessings are on their way because of action steps that you've taken. It is like a reward, right? Trust that on this next chapter, no wonder we saw the world twice because I feel like two people are probably walking away, leaving toxic energy. Again, I say walking away. I could be kicking someone out of my house. Maybe I'm not walking anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, however it happens, it happens. These are the type of readings I never want to leave because I just love the energy I'm feeling, and I hope you can feel it. When I do a reading, I want you to be able to feel it, not just see it, but feel it. And I'm going to let that be. By the way, I think I'm going to go live tomorrow. I know I've been saying that, but the weather, I don't have air conditioning in my office, and the weather's just been so freaking hot that I would just melt. So, but I think it's going to be pretty nice tomorrow. So I think I'm going to go live tomorrow. So definitely look for the notification if you're interested in going live. And when I say going live for anyone who's new, that's when I just let you come on and ask whatever questions you want to ask. I do a mix of free and donations. Donations do take priority, but I feel like, how could they not? Someone's actually paying. It's like, of course, I've got to answer their question. But I also answer what I'm drawn to. I try to. I mean, usually when I'm online live, I'm on for like 6 hours because I want to answer as many people as I can. So, if you subscribe, make sure your bell gives you 100% of the notifications. That's the stupidest thing YouTube's ever done. Like, where you have to like click that on the bell. The bell, just clicking the bell should be enough. And if you're new and you're a subscriber, welcome. First of all, thank you. But the same thing, like what I do is I will put the link in the comment section. Um, under my community page, I'll put a link there and that'll take you to the lives. So, and if I do 'em tomorrow, which I think I am, I'll probably do them around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, somewhere around there, or earlier. All right, guys, I'm going to let that be. What a beautiful reading. I want to thank Divine. I really do. I want to just take a moment and thank Divine for showing us the way, showing us that we deserve really the highest form of not just love, but life. Some of you have just learned how to create these boundaries, and that may have been the ticket. These blessings are coming. This love is manifesting. Your creativity again on fire. And I feel like you are going to see the fruits of your labor. Action. As long as I put in the action, whatever I focus on is just going to grow and grow and grow. I love you, Virgo. I thank you. I thank you in the million ways you support my channel. I thank you for your comments, truly. Um, just everything. I'm not even going to go down the list. You already know how much I love you. And I thank you for your love. I feel it. I really do. I feel it. So I thank you. And I'm going to let that be. So I'll either see you tomorrow at the lies or I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye, Virgo. Look forward to July. Keep your intuition open. Trust it and watch what happens. Amen. Bye bye.